Jace Denman for Flag Family Media. I'm here with MSUM women's basketball guard Adie Wagner. Adie, obviously last weekend got the split. This weekend, you beat St. Cloud. That was a good win there. Obviously, then you played the number 2 team in the country. That's a tough team to play against with the way they play. And I know you've got some younger players on your team. So was that a little bit of a learning experience, especially for like a fellow guard in Aubrey Morrison to kind of get used to that pressure?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like Swen said after the game, it's once you see them once, then you get that like calmness of like, okay, like I've seen this, like now, like the second time I'll be ready for their pressure, because their pressure, I mean, they've been doing it for how many years, so they've perfected it. So it's just, I mean, just finding that calmness after the first time you see them.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Last season, did you get a chance to play against Mankato then?
Yes, I did, and that was... The pressure got to me a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why I asked that is because I could see the pressure having a bit of an effect on a freshman like Aubrey Morrison. I'm just using her as an example, not trying to single her out. But it felt like when you came into the game, it felt like you were more comfortable with that pressure. Now, I know you were a ball-dominant guard in high school, so maybe you've seen that type of pressure from a Fargo Davies, etc., playing in high school. But it felt like when you were out there, you were real calm with the ball, and it allowed you guys to get the ball up the court. So was that based on that experience the previous year against Mankato, or just overall your role as a guard over the years?
I would say previous year when we played Mankato. I mean, I struggled a lot with their pressure and handling the ball. And I just went into this game saying, like, it's okay. Like, I've seen it once.
Yep.
Like, this time, just handle the ball like Coach says. And, I mean, I have Ashton by my side. I have other people that have seen the pressure and that can handle the ball. So as long as I know that, then I'm all good.
Well, I think I made the comment during the broadcast. It's like back in my days in high school, it's like when you played a team like that, you were kind of relieved to get the number one, get the ball across half court, and then get it back to your normal traditional point guard, so that way you didn't have to bother dealing with that pressure. Last week also, you hit a couple big threes, hit a really nice deep one, and when you guys had that run at the beginning of the second quarter, it felt like those threes were really kind of taking Mankato not so much out of their defense, but it spread them out a bit more. It allowed for some more driving lanes for your teammates, a little bit more space to work with Taryn. So my question is, when it comes to your role, and we've seen you kind of at least be consistent knocking down a 3 or 2 a game, do you feel that role for you, hitting those threes, opening up the floor, spacing the floor for your teammates, is something you're real comfortable with, or would you rather be kind of maybe more like you were in high school, maybe a little more driving to the rim?
I mean, honestly, I'm just, whatever coach wants to be, like, if she wants me out there to be a shooter, like, I'm going to do that role, and I'm going to then that's just making the team better at the end of the day. Like, I am comfortable with just going out and shooting.
Sure.
Like, but if she wants me to drive and mix it up, like, I'm going to have to, like, like, maybe force myself to, like, because I'm not, like you said, I'm more of going out there shoot. I don't really get to the rim as much as I did in high school, but, I mean, I feel like I still could.
Sure.
It's just more confidence just catching and shooting.
Absolutely. Now, the thing that we do both have in common, we both had torn ACLs. So your first year you weren't able to play. Second year you weren't able to really play either. And I know from personal experience it takes a while to adapt to the new normal, the new way the knee feels, the cutting, the speed, etc. So now in this truly first full year of just being able to go 100%, have you had to adjust your game at all? How confident are you in being back to normal? Because like I said, with an ACL, it takes some time.
Yeah, I would say it's hard. I mean, I feel more, like, I've gained a lot more confidence going into, like, the beginning of the year, maybe not as much confidence-wise, just because I'm without my brace and everything. But I felt more confident without my brace because, I mean, with your brace, I just felt like a little bit more limited, and then you're still thinking, I had that ACL and everything. But no, I feel more comfortable this year, and and confident. Don't think about my knee at all, really, unless someone brings it up. So.
Well, I tell you what, moving from that big brace to just a sleeve, etc., it is kind of a mind thing that you have to get used to and move forward. So obviously I admire you for that because, like I said, I've been there and done that at a much lower level, just playing pickup ball, whatever. But it's always tough to get through those major injuries. So you've got teammates now that are out this year with knee injuries, and I know that Abby John's already gone through this before, but do you have any advice for your teammates? Do you guys talk about kind of rehab that you guys have gone through in the past and what works, what doesn't work?
The only advice I have, honestly, is just staying in the athletic training room, doing your rehab. I mean, I was in there my first year with Andy for close to 2 hours every single day. And then with Alex, not last year, the year before, my second year, I was in there 2 to 3 hours a day. Just really getting that quad, hamstring, everything back to the way it was.
Yeah.
That's the only advice I have.
Yeah. Well, and obviously you're all going to have that in common. You have the experience, and obviously you've come out the other side of it. Like we said, a couple tough games last week. Now this week you play a Jamestown, a team you beat, and a Northern State team you had a very close contest with. What's it going to take to get a couple of wins this week? Try and get a repeat performance of a dominant victory against Jamestown, and then expect a close one down in Aberdeen, I would guess.
Yeah, I think just shooting the ball with confidence at both places is a huge thing. And then I also think defensively, like our transition defense against Mankato wasn't amazing. So I think cleaning that up, getting back, but also getting some offensive rebounds on Jamestown is huge. And then with Northern, I mean, just us guards are going to have to be physical and handle their pressure because they've got some big guards and they like to ISO and everything.
Yeah. So. As this year has gone on, you have gotten a couple players back from injury. There's a couple that obviously you won't get back this year. But how nice is it to have Abby Berge back to 100%? You're getting other players back. There could be a couple other players coming back this weekend to play a more prominent role. Does that kind of give you guys confidence in a sense that the bench has kind of grown and developed over the season, and now if you add a couple more pieces, you guys can really hit your stride for postseason?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it really helps having Bergie back. She's a huge rebounding and defensive factor for us, and especially like points. Like she can get us some couple easy points, and then having Sid back. I mean, she's another threat. Like if you watch her in practice, she's a huge scoring threat in my opinion. So just having her back and having a deeper bench is always going to help us.
Absolutely. Well, Abby, best of luck this weekend. We'll be there covering the action on Saturday, so we look forward to seeing you play down there.
Thank you.
All right, this is Jace Denman alongside Adie Wagner, and we'll talk to you soon.